For the past year, your favorite YouTubers in the business of political satire have been facing a battle for survival. India's largest news clip organization, ANI, has weaponized YouTube's policies against them. The result? A new revenue stream for ANI, extreme pain for YouTubers. ANI threatens to shut down the creators' channels using alleged copyright violations as a lever. Pay up or else, watch your career as a YouTuber end. Some of you may have heard rather strong views on this ANI tactic. Here are the facts that will help you decide what is wrong, what is right, and what is legal. In the past year, ANI has forced several creators onto the negotiating table. Several creators signed expensive contracts with ANI, scared that their channels will be deleted otherwise. YouTube, which boasts that its platform brings several jobs to India via its creator economy, turned a blind eye, unwilling to deal with India's tough free speech and copyright protections environment. What is more is that ANI is filing defamation suits against any creator or influencer who dares to call these businesses hafta vasuli or an extortion. As we speak, popular YouTuber Mohak Mangal is fighting a case against ANI in the Delhi High Court because of a video he made speaking out against his business niche of ANI. ANI has filed a defamation suit and Mohak was forced to delete parts of his videos where he complained that ANI's tactics were extortionist. And while Mohak publicly spoke out against ANI because of our story, we have not been made party to this defamation case by ANI yet. But to keep it kosher, we won't be using ANI's logo or any of its footage in our video. ANI's basic argument is this. Even if a creator is using mere seconds of ANI footage, they must pay ANI to do so. For creators found violating this rule of ANI several times in the past, ANI is imposing lakhs of rupees in penalties. So several YouTubers have signed deals with ANI ranging anywhere from rupees 15 lakh to rupees 45 lakh. Imagine, when ANI comes knocking at your door and asks you to pay up, your favorite creators must beg, borrow and steal to keep their channel alive. Except it is theoretically legal to use a few seconds of ANI footage. Under the Indian copyright law, comedians, satirists, and political commentators can use a few seconds of copyrighted footage in matters of news and reportage. This is called fair dealing or fair use. YouTube's policies also define this exception, but ANI has been taking large tech companies to court. For instance, OpenAI is also fighting out a similar case against ANI. So YouTube has decided to turn a blind eye and not protect its talent because it did not want to be dragged by ANI to the court. We have also found that Indian courts also hesitate on deciding on this matter because the issue of copyright is messy and contextual. Judges have to make sense of how the new styles and formats creators are coming up with every day fall within fair use. But creators are now lawyering up, and ANI is forced to take many of them to courts to protect its dying reputation. We might get clear rules regarding what constitutes as fair use or fair dealings from the courts as a result. Otherwise, ANI's business tactics could spell doom for content creation industry at large, as news organizations and media houses start coming after creators in ways similar to ANI. So what is this YouTube policy that ANI is exploiting? These are copyright strikes. YouTube has a death row tier for penalties for handling copyright violations. A content owner like ANI can impose a copyright strike against a channel if it chooses. If a creator accumulates 3 strikes in a 90-day period, they are out. The channel will be permanently deleted and they cannot ever work on YouTube's platform ever again. With over 491 million Indian users on YouTube, this is a death row for any content creator in the industry. YouTube technically has checks and balances to protect creators, but these exist only on paper. In fact, we found that YouTube on several occasions has chosen not to apply these exceptions in cases of ANI. This is because ANI will drag them to court anytime. In our investigative series, we were also able to validate all our claims, particularly when ANI submitted 2 contracts it had signed with creators for copyright violations and licenses as evidence in their case against Mohak Mangal. We saw that ANI had charged as high as rupees 45 lakhs per year to a creator for copyright violations and penalties. ANI's editor-in-chief Smita Prakash claims that this is her legal right to impose any penalty she likes for violations. Except this is a David versus Goliath situation where big established media is using all tools permissible to come after alternative voices that are being empowered by platforms like YouTube. Our stories move courts, where YouTubers and ANI, instead of resolving this in backroom deals, are battling it out in the judiciary because of our story. This is transparency that is only possible through thorough and investigative reporting. We are a small newsroom that doesn't hesitate to punch above its weight, taking on established media giants close to power or tech monopolies. Recently, the Indian government came out with an order that says journalism like ours doesn't serve public purpose. We think otherwise. Donate today to keep us going.